Starts tonight at 11.
I just think we need to take things a little more slowly.
I'll do anything for you.
Okay? Just don't say anything you don't mean. Don't lose faith in yourself so quickly.
You don't ask for too much, do you?
Oh, I think I'm beginning to realize what I want.
Well, this is good.
I think so. What is it?
Just you.
Me?
You. I'm here with you. I never thought that would happen.
I know.
Oh, Rome. I miss you so much.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of that going around lately.
Look, I would give anything to be with you again.
Anything? Scott.
Very fetching. So, what do you have your heart set on? A little Carly, or you tell me?
What are you talking about?
Let's call it the upcoming blessed event.
You think I'm Get a grip, Scott. Come on, I've never even thought about it.
Well, what's this then?
Oh, I see. You thought... Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
Why aren't you laughing?
You know, I just thought... I was wondering what it would be like to wear one of these someday.
Someday it keeps getting closer and closer.
Oh, yes. Sure it does. Scott, honey. Whatever you say.
Oh, Carly, come on. Don't fight me. You should know by now. I'd know when you're up to something. So just tell me, what do you do?
Well, it is awful nice to be treated like a babe.
Wait a minute. When haven't I treated you like a babe? I take your babedom very seriously.
Yeah, lately it's been more like baby, you know? Full definition would be helpless and slightly pathetic.
The only reason I feel sorry for you tonight is because you can't enjoy looking at you the way we can enjoy looking
Here,
at you.
here.
Right, Lucinda?
Flattery will get you everywhere.
Hey, I'm just reporting the facts. I mean, heads have been turning ever since you walked in the joint, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you get the feeling that we're the featured attraction here this evening?
Do you really think so?
I do, definitely. We've been getting those what are they doing together looks here.
Oh, good. Just let everybody wonder. I couldn't care less.
I'm glad you invited me to dinner. It's the best way I can think of to not worry about Margot.
Oh, I got your 1013. How you doing, Bryce?
I took a hit in the shoulder. I'll live.
All right, you're a good man, Eve. What's up?
Okay, 2 perks. We got them caught behind the dumpster down the alley. Just small-time drug deals, but they're armed to the teeth.
This is the Oakdale Police Department. You're under arrest. Throw your guns out and come out with your hands up.
Oh, yeah? Well, take this, Oakdale PD. This guy's definitely want to rock and roll.
All right, let's start the music.
Hit it.
Go!
As the world turns.
At last, a positive clean from Vaseline Intensive Care, a new moisturizing body wash.
My old soap cleans, but it strips my skin dry.
Science calls that the negative clean, so Vaseline Research created the positive clean. Our proven moisturizers combined with effective cleansers turn each shower into a positive for your skin.
In one easy step, my skin feels clean, yet soft. Like it's been moisturized.
New Vaseline Intensive Care Moisturizing Body Wash, the positive clean.
The language of love. It's in the smile. It's in the touch. It's in the oven. Betty Crocker Easy Layer Bars. What words cannot express, the taste of chocolate and butterscotch can. With Betty Crocker, life is sweet.
Want your toilet really clean? Pouring Clorox bleach after every flush. Or better yet, drop Clorox Automatic Toilet Cleaner in your tank. It cleans with the power of Clorox bleach every time you flush. Clorox Automatic.
Breyers has created a spectacular ice cream dessert called Viennetta. But despite its delicious premium ice cream, with its irresistible crisp chocolatey layers, Viennetta could leave you with one small problem. Viennetta from Breyers. One slice is never enough.
A woman looking at a maternity dress might not be pregnant, you know.
All right. What might she be?
She might be looking at fashion. Maternity fashion. I've been trying to think of a way to get younger women into the shop, and women who get pregnant are usually on the young side.
Women about your age, in fact.
I've been thinking we've been missing out on a major piece of the market by not carrying a maternity line, that's all. Goodbye, Scott.
Was the pregnancy test part of your market research?
What pregnancy test?
The one in your waste paper basket at your motel.
Oh, Scott. Have you been looking through my garbage? You know, you really ought to get out more.
The maid dropped it right at my feet when she was emptying your trash. So naturally, as your friend, I was concerned.
Well, you've jumped to the wrong conclusion. You know, there's no way anything like that came out of my room, so the wastebasket must have come from someone else's.
Huh. What about the vitamins? The ones specially formulated for prenatal care. And before you say anything, you should know that I saw your name on the prescription.
You have some nerve, Scott.
Oh, come on, give it up, Carly. You can't keep a secret forever.
Okay. I'm pregnant.
Congratulations. So who's the happy dad of the baby? It's mine, right?
Ro, if you gave me another chance, I would never let anything, or anyone come between us. Never again.
I don't know if I believe you, or if I just want to.
How can I prove it? You tell me how, and I'll do it.
Okay, no, I can't.
It's okay.
No, it's not.
No, it is okay.
No, I'm
all right?
sorry. It doesn't make this any
understand.
easier.
Hey, I'm fine. Okay? I'm fine. I am just glad to be here with you. We got a chance to talk. I'm fine.
Mike,
Look,
I don't want you to go.
me neither. But it's a little close in here. You go to dinner with me?
Hi. Hi, darling.
Interrupt your dinner?
Oh, don't be silly.
I know I should have called.
Oh, that's ridiculous. Come on in. Come on. As a matter of fact, your dad is working late tonight. So where's Margot?
Well, she's not at home either. That's kind of why I stopped over.
Oh, she's working late too?
No, she isn't working. She left the station to pick up Adam, and she's still not home yet.
How long has she been gone?
Well, not that long, but I'm still kind of climbing the walls. I mean, she could be doing anything. She could be getting Adam some ice cream, or she could be picking up the dry cleaning, any number of errands. But she has been acting kind of strange lately.
Well, this is probably a very challenging time for her. She's been through a difficult situation.
You know, I think this is about something bigger than a plane crash.
Well, what does Margot say?
Are you suggesting that I engage my wife in a discussion about what's going on with her emotionally? She would rather chew glass.
Okay, well, what do you intend to do?
That's a good question. It's a good question. She asked me to trust her, and that's what I'm trying to do.
Well, that sounds like a good idea.
Seemed like it, but I'll tell you what. I keep imagining all the things that could be happening.
And you're feeling, what, a little overprotective? My darling, you are allowed. You're a human being.
Well, I'm afraid that I'm going to be so wired when she gets back that I'm going to jump down her throat.
Ah, well, that's not a good idea.
And that is why I came here. You see, I left her a little note that said, call us when she gets in, if she gets in, and I hate waiting.
Well, then you just take that coat off, and we will wait together.
I was hoping you'd say that.
These guys mean business.
Bryce, you with us? Yeah. All right, I want you to run with me. Book these dogs. Go!
I'm hit, man. Help me out. Help me out, man. I'm hit.
Help yourself, loser.
Well, we'll make sure your mommy gets it, all right? Look, I need these two guys in my car, and then you get Bryce to the hospital. Come on. Get up. Come on. Get off.
Dancing over here.
Margot?
What?
Sit tight.
Oh, God, Adam, I forgot. Oh, baby, I'm so sorry. Oh.
An important message from the makers of Correctol.
If you're a woman who uses Correctol tablets, you should know that today there's something different about them. Correctol now comes in a new formula. This new formula contains the ingredient recommended most by doctors for safe, dependable, overnight relief of irregularity. And each tablet is specially coated to work gently on your system. And I like that.
Look for new formula Correctol tablets soon. Correctol, caring for women for over 40 years.
It's winter again. But why hibernate when you can celebrate? Oops. Just call this number and get a free guide with discount coupons for sports, arts and crafts, nightlife, and fun. Just call, oops, did it again, 1-800-VISIT-PA. Operators are standing by. Pennsylvania! Don't hibernate, celebrate.
Itch, rash, stop suffering. Cortisone 10 stops the itch and helps heal the rash. Cortisone 10 has the medicine doctors recommend most for itch and rash relief. None of these products have it. Look, Cortisone 10 applied to itchy rash gets under the itch for fast relief and help in healing. See? No more itch, no more rash. Get maximum strength Cortisone 10. It has the medicine doctors recommend most to stop the itch and help heal the rash.
Please
please pass the all fruit?
Pass the Polaner all fruit.
Pass the Polaner all fruit.
Would you please pass the jelly?
Polaner all fruit is real fruit, sweetened only with fruit juice. You'll call it delicious, you'll call it remarkable, but please don't dare call it jelly. Polaner all fruit, the spreadable fruit.
A woman with a secret she can never share
You're the best mommy in all the world.
is about to face the one man she could never forget.
All my life, I've loved you.
Richard Chamberlain and Amanda Donahoe.
You've been pining for 10 years for a priest, a man you could never have.
A world premiere miniseries, The Thornbirds, The Missing Years, coming Sunday to CBS.
Hey, I guess I'll get these dirt bags,
Go,
back.
go, Egan, go.
Come on, let's go.
Let's go!
Shut up! Come on.
She brought her kid along? Mind your own damn business.
Are you all right? Were you scared? I'm so sorry, honey. I'm sorry I had to see that. But you gotta understand, Adam, that those two men, they were very, very bad people. And we had to make sure that we arrested them and that we got them into jail. And you understand that? And that's what the two officers are doing now. They're taking them off to jail. So that's a good thing, isn't it? Oh, you come here. Come here. Oh. Oh. Good boy. Adam. Honey. I am so sorry. Okay? Now listen, I guess I made a mistake. I should have taken you right home, right? Well, you're okay, and I'm okay, and I'm gonna take you home now, okay? What, baby?
Do you shoot bad people every day?
No. No, Adam, that almost never happens, really. Really. In fact, it's never gonna happen again. 'Cause, you wanna know a secret?
Yeah.
Mommy's got a new job. And I'm gonna be working inside, in an office, behind a desk, doing boring old paperwork, just like Daddy. So, I won't be out around the bad men anymore.
Sure.
I promise you. Adam, do you want to go and see my new office so that you're sure I'm safe? Yeah? All right then, Banana. To the station we go. Ah.
Well, you know, at the award ceremony the other day, I did think that Margot seemed a little, I don't know, tense. She wasn't out of control.
Well, I thought so too. And we got home and she took off and she was gone for 18 hours.
Without saying where she was going?
Disappeared for almost, what, a day? I didn't know where she was. I was going out of my mind.
Well, did she have an explanation when she came home?
Yep. She said that she needed some air and she had gotten it, and then she went off to work. And I don't think she realized that she had done anything wrong.
Well, you're right. That is very disturbing.
You know what? I think I've seen this behavior before. It was in Vietnam. She reminds me of some of the vets. They had post-traumatic stress syndrome.
Oh, boy.
And I don't want to put any more pressure on her. But I can't ignore what may be warning signs anymore.
It's so hard to know how to help the strong, silent type, isn't it?
Yeah, well, my wife does fit in that category.
You know, I suppose if you've always thought of yourself as independent and self-reliant, you probably feel as if you're losing your identity when you have to admit some kind of weakness.
Particularly, God forbid, psychological or emotional weakness.
You know, son, you are sounding a little frayed around the edges yourself.
Would you like to know why? I don't know what to do.
This reminds me of what your grandmother is going through with Dan. I watch her and she absolutely amazes me.
What do you mean?
Well, she supports him completely. He couldn't get along without her, and they both understand that. But she never forgets to look at him as an individual. Somehow, she's learned to see him separate from his disease.
So he's not just another Alzheimer victim?
Exactly. He's always Dan McCloskey, who just happens to have Alzheimer's. I suppose that the wisdom is that you fight the problem, but you focus on the individual.
What would I like? Baked clams. Yes. Veal parmesan. Oh, and garlic bread.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, all the things that give me heartburn. Oh, and it's too late to take my Pepsid AC.
What?
The package says to prevent heartburn, you have to take it an hour before eating.
An hour? You don't have to wait that long.
I don't?
Try my Tagamet HB.
Tagamet?
The label says it takes half the time of your Pepsid.
You're kidding.
No.
I mean, I could take Tagamet HB now, order what I want, and not get heartburn?
Sure, and it lasts for hours.
Waiter!
Tagamet HB, advanced prevention of heartburn in half the time.
After 90 years, there's one thing we at Kellogg never tire of. Bringing the best to you each morning. So in that tradition, please accept these collectible limited edition classic trucks and character bowls in appreciation of all the mornings we've shared together. Yours free.
Kellogg's best to you!
He gets all the attention. But we know how it'll end. Streaks, spots, wipe, wipe, wipe. Stop ignoring me. Those engineers put me here because you need jet dry in your red cycle. Give me some jet dry. One little bottle a month. Let me fight that residue. Let me shine. Hallelujah. Sweet nectar. Look at that. Brilliant. So brilliant you could eat off it.
Jet dry.
Mwah.
Your dishwasher was designed for it.
It's the day Danny's dreamed of.
In a matter of hours, I'm gonna be a free man.
It's the day his wife's dreaded.
I'm about to become a divorcee!
D-Day is here.
I don't want to lose you.
And you can't miss a single minute.
It's what needs to happen.
Because at any moment...
Are you with me?
Anything can happen this week.
Phil Donahue, calling it quits after 29 years. We'll talk with him tonight.
Oh, I'm sorry. Boy, I'm such a klutz tonight. I don't know what's wrong with me.
You and I have always danced very well together. What's your problem? Are you all of a sudden blind or something?
I'm glad you're having such a good time tonight.
I feel like I'm a kid right out of school.
Good. Hey, you want to throw a real scare into these people?
How?
Hold on. Hey.
John, I don't understand you. I mean,
Why are you still living in Lucy's old guest house? I mean, you should have a place of your own.
I don't know. I had an awful lot on my mind. I haven't given it much thought here lately.
Wouldn't you be better off, though, with your own place? I mean, then you could do, well, whatever you wanted.
Yeah, well, that's a thought. You're right, yeah.
Are you sure you're all right with this place?
You wanted to come here? That's good enough for me.
All right. We might have to wait a while for a table. I didn't make reservation.
It's,
Is this a mistake?
well, no, I mean, you know...
Welcome. It's so good to see the two of you, and to see you together. You are not going to say anything about this. Not one mumbling word. You got me?
Didn't tell Mike about this little bundle of joy, did you?
I'm warning you, Scott.
You haven't told him, have you?
No. He's not ready to know yet.
Don't you want him to participate in the deep breathing exercises or
Flat
something?
out,
You should have
Scott.
told him the second you knew.
When I realized I was pregnant, we were fighting.
Don't you realize what holding off has cost you, Carly? He's gone after Rosanna again.
Well, I am certainly not to blame for that, Scott. You were supposed to keep Rosanna occupied,
Hey, you had
remember?
plenty of opportunities since that night to tell him.
I'm not exactly hanging out with Mike these days. I was gonna tell him the night he drove me to the hospital, but Rosanna came in and he started jumping through hoops trying to explain that he was with me, but not really with me.
Carly, you're not in a position to be picky about choosing your moment. Remember, this whole process lasts 9 months, that's it.
I'm gonna tell Mike when I think it's right. I want him to want me for me, and not just for the baby.
We're watching his daytime talk show again.
Scott, I have a right to do this my way! Besides, he may not even want this baby. If I tell him now, it might just scare him off.
Carly, you're unbelievable. You have the edge. I mean, it's the last game of the last set, and you have the advantage, and you're throwing it away.
This is not some game I'm playing, Scott.
That's right. This is your life we're talking about. This is your child's life we're talking about. Carly, has it ever occurred to you that this baby may completely change the way Mike feels about you?
Listen, Peters, there's no point you're coming in if you're that sick. Yeah. No, I'll clear it with I'll clear it with
Come on.
Her kid's sick, too.
Cool,
Probably got
man.
twice
Just
the
sit
same.
up.
Man. Okay, you fingerprint, I'm gonna start on the paperwork, all right?
Look, I got a right to talk to my lawyer, man. I got a right to a phone call.
And I respect your rights. That's why I read them to you earlier. I'm a very respectful guy, okay?
Look, I got a right to make a phone call, man.
Shut up.
Hey, shut up.
We got a business to run. Is this your caller, Dave?
Yeah, but I gotta tell you something. I couldn't have done it without Margot. Oh, I mean, Lieutenant Hughes.
Margot was there?
Yeah, but it was too bad about her kid.
Adam?
She had him in the back seat of the car the whole time we were shooting it out with these maniacs. It was heavy fire, too.
Okay, see? Just like normal. In fact, it's actually kind of quiet. Hop up there on Uncle Hal's desk. He likes that. And I'm gonna call Daddy, and I'm gonna tell him that we're gonna be a little late, and then we'll go and see my new office, okay? Okay. All right. I'm gonna be right here so you can see me all the time. All the time. Oh, just
Look here, a little kid is scared.
Ah! Get away from my kid! Get him out of here! Ah!
Margot? What is Adam doing here? Are you crazy?
The last one's left the house. It's just the two of you now. It's time for Create a Meal. It's a great meal without a big hassle. Brown your favorite meat, lay on a hearty measure of Green Giant's fresh-tasting veggies, our delicious Create a Meal sauce, and in 20 minutes, it's dinner, the way it used to be. What's a fresh solution to dinner? Create a meal.
Ho, ho, ho. Two big values. Bravo Boss 9 amps. Bravo Hardbox Powerline Plus 12 amps. Same big amps as before, now dramatically reduced in price. The Power Vax and the Value Vax, only from Eureka.
Chocolate parfait nips. Rich, velvety, long-lasting. Had enough? Have a nips.
Someday soon, there'll be superhero lunchboxes, big yellow school buses, and new best friends. So now's the time to Johnson's baby them. With clinically proven baby care that's healthful enough, mild enough, even for a newborn. No wonder it's the #1 choice of hospitals. They'll grow up soon enough. Now while you can, protect them, shelter them. Johnson's baby them.
Roger wants her money. I'll be damned if I'll help Dinah divorce me. Hart just wants revenge.
Last night, I slept with your wife.
They're playing a vicious game.
Now, we're even.
Like father, like son. And Dinah is caught in the middle.
I never want to set eyes on either one of you again.
This week on Guiding Light.
We'll continue with part 2 of As the World Turns in just a moment. Phil Donahue. After 29 years, the father of talk TV is quitting, eaten alive by the competition he helped create.
You've been called Dr. Frankenstein because of all the monsters that followed your show.
They're all my illegitimate children, and I love them equally.
So what went wrong with his creation? Tonight on the CBS Evening News with Dan Rather.
You're on CBS.
Got a minute?
Yeah.
It's the Sunshine Showdown. Minute Maid Premium Frozen Concentrated Orange Juice challenges Tropicana Pure Premium Chilled Orange Juice. We'd like you to try the Sunshine Showdown. Which do you prefer?
This one. You're kidding me. Oh my gosh. I'm very surprised that that is a frozen product. I didn't know that you could make such a good orange juice out of concentrate. It tastes fresh, tangy, and sweet.
Try Minute Maid Premium Frozen Concentrated Orange Juice and let your taste decide.
It tastes better than Tropicana Pure Premium.
Prepare for shock video. Witness a terrifying hostage crisis, a brutal military hazing, a death-defying rescue, and robberies that range from bold-faced to bungled. Take the ride of a lifetime with shock video. Next, Geraldo.
Today at 4.
It's spectacular. Macy's Premium Mattress Sale. Save 30 to 50% on Serta Perfect Sleeper, Sealy Posturepedic, Simmons Beauty Rest, and Stearns & Foster. You'll also get bonus dollars off, a bonus bed frame, and 24-hour delivery on a huge assortment of premium sets. Plus, make no payments until May 1996 with our deferred billing. That's 30 to 50% savings, plus bonus dollars off. Come to Macy's Premium Mattress Sale or call 1-800-MACY-BED.
To stop a thief, how burglars choose their targets, tonight at 11.
And now part 2 of As the World Turns.
No, I am not crazy. You want to keep it down? We've had kind of a bad day.
I want an explanation.
Egan, come here. Why don't you go with Egan? Show him my office, huh?
Be my pleasure.
Oh, you have a great time
Wanna
with
go
Egan.
with me, Adam? Come on.
Don't bite him.
It'll be fine. Let's go.
Did you really drive to a crime scene with Adam in the backseat of your car?
Look, you don't understand what happened, all right?
Did you leave him alone and unprotected in the back seat of your car while you engaged in a shootout with 2 heavily armed men?
It wasn't intentional, Hal, all right?
Then what the hell was it?
I got a 1013. They called for backup. I was in the area. It was instinct.
Instinct? What about your instinct as a mother, the one that says you don't risk the life of your 7-year-old son?
I wasn't thinking.
That's it? You pull a stunt like this and all you can say is you weren't thinking?
Look, you know what? I've been upset, and I got a little confused, and I forgot he was in the car.
How could you forget? He could be dead right now because of you. Do you understand that? Adam could be dead.
I know. I know. I made a mistake. I was wrong. Oh, God, Al, what did I do? What did I always do to my little boy?
And here's mud in your eye. All right?
I'm looking at you,
kid.
So, when did the two of you start dating again?
We're not, really.
Oh, you're not? Oh, then I guess tonight just was one of those things that's just kind of happened, and that's so romantic. So, when will we be hearing about the announcement?
Ro and I, so we're not on a date. We just had to talk over some stuff, and we figured, hey, why not go out for some dinner, too?
Well, aren't you sophisticated?
Oh, that's us. Sophisticated as all get out.
Yes, well, all right. Okay. I'm leaving the two of you to your discussion.
I'm sorry. Thank you for getting me out of that.
Hey, no, I wouldn't mind if everyone thought we were on a date, huh? Heck, I mean, I'm proud when I'm with you. I always have been.
Oh, what's up with the young lovers?
Oh, you know the old expression, just friends.
Oh, these kids today. No passion, no romance, eh?
Yeah, I know. I cannot remember ever sitting down and having a nice dinner with someone I left at the altar, but... Wait a minute, no, wait a minute. Now, there was... No, I didn't leave him at the altar. I didn't even like him, so...
Well, for crying out loud. Hello, George, Veronica. George, Veronica Lane, I'd like you to meet Lisa Grimaldi. She's the owner and operator of this place.
Mr. Lane.
George is a former patient of mine.
Saved my life. I recommended you to a friend.
You did? Well, I'm afraid I won't be able to help your friend. I thought perhaps you had read about the lawsuit that had been filed against me. The upshot of the whole thing affair was that I'm not allowed to practice medicine anymore.
Oh, yes, we heard about that terrible trial.
We were sure it had all been settled. I'd be glad to write letters on your behalf.
Well, it's a little bit more complicated than that, George, but I thank you very much.
Well, we won't keep you.
Okay. Nice to see you again. You look good. You look good.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
And good luck.
Thank you.
John, it must be so nice to know that there are people like that who really care about you. You're going to be practicing again, you know that.
Yep.
Hear that song? One of my favorites. Want to dance?
I'm not really in the mood.
You know, I'm not that hungry. How about a burger? Get a burger. You want a beer?
No, actually, I'd prefer some wine.
Of course, Miss Cabot. Would you like to see the wine list?
No, do you remember that nice Merlot that I had last time I was here?
Oh, the one Mr. Eldridge is so fond of.
Okay, listen to this. All guys want to be single forever. They want a lot of women with no strings attached.
Thanks for pointing that out.
No, but my point is that Mike Kasnoff is not like that. He is decent and he is responsible. This guy's a daddy waiting to happen.
Those are not the vibes I've
He
been
just
getting.
doesn't know it. Not yet. But when he hears he's got an heir, those blue-collar instincts are going to kick in. He's going to rush out and buy a football.
What if it's an heiress?
Well, perfect. Better. Mike will finally have a woman he can be faithful to.
Is that supposed to be funny, Scott?
Carly, I'm just trying to get you to listen. See, this baby is something he will consider a gift from you. And he will honor, more to the point, marry you for that gift.
I told you, I don't want him like that. I don't want him if he doesn't love me.
Well, just quit being so sentimental. He'll learn to love you.
Well, what if he doesn't? Scott, I grew up in a bad marriage. I know what that's like for a kid. Lying there in bed with knots in your stomach, wondering when the fighting's gonna start. Never have friends over because you don't want them to hear your parents screaming at each other. You know, when you're little, before you smarten up, you think you can make it better. You wish on that first star and you say your prayers every night and you pray to God to please make them stop fighting, but they don't.
All right, a bad marriage is rough on a kid.
It's hell for a kid. I lived through it, and my child will not.
But is that why you're holding off telling him? What will that accomplish?
This child will not be raised by someone who doesn't want it, and he will not grow up in a house where the parents don't love each other.
Okay. Now we know what's not gonna happen. So let's focus on what is gonna happen.
Before you call this toll-free number, spend a minute with Ed McMahon.
I've been telling you about Colonial Penn Life Insurance for almost 10 years. I'm proud of that because I don't think you can find a company that cares more about folks over 50, especially those who want help in taking care of their own final expenses. They're determined to keep life insurance affordable and your acceptance guaranteed. Because of a 2-year limited benefit period, you simply cannot be turned down. They offer simple, whole life insurance protection, priced in units at $6.95 a month. Many folks 50 and over don't think they can get life insurance without taking a medical exam or answering embarrassing health questions. But that's just not true. In fact, this company not only guarantees your acceptance, it guarantees your coverage can never be canceled as long as you pay your premiums. And it guarantees your benefit will never decrease simply because you grow older. That's the kind of lifelong commitment you can count on. Does any other company offer you more than this? First, there's guaranteed acceptance and affordable premiums that never increase. Add to that benefits that never reduce because of your age, plus coverage that cannot be canceled and cash values you can borrow against. You'd be hard-pressed to find a company that offers you more. That's why I urge you to call this toll-free number now. They will send you a free information package with no risk or obligation. And you'll also receive a free gift just for calling.
Call toll-free 1-800-850-1900 to receive free information and a free gift in the mail. Dial 1-800-850-1900. The call is free, and so is this handy guide to Social Security. Call now, 1-800-850-1900. There's no risk or obligation. That number again is 1-800-850-1900.
Thanks.
You know, sometimes I think that we get so used to loving somebody the way they are, we have a hard time adjusting when they change.
I'm just not so sure the changes my wife is going through are healthy ones.
Well, sweetheart, if you think you are right about this post-traumatic syndrome thing, then maybe you should encourage Margot to go to a psychiatrist.
Already done that. You see, she's supposed to be seeing one. She just keeps resisting it.
Maybe she just needs to catch her breath.
And this thing will go away all by itself?
Well, it's not like she doesn't have a reason to be stressed. I mean, the plane crash and the publicity and the new job isn't enough to stress anybody out. Honey, Margot has been through worse, and she's made it. I think she can make it through this.
Well, let's hope her husband can hold himself together then.
Oh, her husband's going to be just fine now.
Okay, she's probably at home right now. Wondering where I am, right?
Hi, you've reached the Hughes house. We're not able to come to the phone right now. Leave your name and number after you hear the beep. We'll get back to you.
Hi, baby, it's me. You there, honey? Hey, Margot? Come on, sweetie. If you're there, would you pick up, please?
I'm not saying that you did it on purpose, Margot. I mean, we all know how the adrenaline gets flowing when we get a call.
No, you're right. You have every right to be mad at me about Adam.
It's not just Adam I'm worried about.
Well, Don't worry about me. I can take care of myself.
You are trying way too hard. You got promoted. Do you remember? You don't have to take 1013s anymore.
My training, I was the closest to the seat.
I don't think I'm getting through to you. You don't have to be Superwoman.
Yeah, I do. I do. See, I got a problem with Adam's father. He thinks I'm losing it, and I gotta prove that I have it.
Margot. I am not the enemy.
Oh, I know, but you've been making some real scary noises.
I'm concerned about you, Margot. Come on, you know me. I mean, the last thing I want to do is interfere in your life. The last thing I want to do is make waves.
I've never done that.
But when you do something like this, it's something really dangerous, Margot. You can't expect me to let it slide.
I know you want to help me.
I think you need some help.
I gotta tell you, at this point, I think you're right.
We like prunes. We adore prunes. So sweet and tender. I see. It's a matter of taste. I love when you're flexible.
California prunes. Let your mouth make your mind up.
Imagine being a little kid with a fever. You're miserable, cranky, and now your mommy wants to take your temperature where? But now there's the ThermoScan instant thermometer. It takes the temperature here, like many doctors and hospitals now do. So you can take a temperature safely, easily, accurately, in just 1 second. And if ThermoScan is easy on this baby, imagine how well it works on the bigger variety. ThermoScan.
Palmolive antibacterial gets germs off hands.
And grease off dishes.
Germs like Staphylococcus aureus.
And grease like chicken fat.
She always gets the easy ones.
Palmolive antibacterial, the anti-germ Palmolive.
Only Brawny paper towels have thirst pockets. Amazing pockets that make even the biggest, messiest spills disappear. Because every thirst pocket is made of 2 thirsty plies, and every sheet is covered end to end with them. Brawny with thirst pockets. Now, the only real mess you can get yourself into is not having any in the house.
Brawny, thirst pocket power.
You know, meat's a dog's natural food. And when was the last time you saw a dog grazing in a field?
Dr. John Hamill, veterinarian and top breeder.
Meat's what they love. So that's why I feed mine Pedigree, the #1 meat dog food in America. It's 100% complete and balanced, and a great source of quality protein. My dogs love it. I couldn't see myself feeding my dogs anything else.
Developed with the vets at the Waltham Center. Pedigree, recommended by top breeders.
So, what's next? What's the plan, Charlie?
I was hoping that Mike and I would make up, and then I could tell him.
So there is no game plan?
I will have one when I need one.
Okay. Seeing as there's a rather definite deadline, why don't we review your options? First, there's the time-honored choice of skipping town. You go away for a while, you have the baby, and you return. Of course, there is the problem of explaining the fatherless tyke.
I don't want to talk about that.
Or you go someplace far, far away, and you start a brand new life as a single mom, forgetting completely about Mike and Rosanna.
Mind your own business.
In which case, you tell the kid, Daddy's a traveling salesman. You know what? Better yet, a pro athlete, more glamorous. But the question is, what will that do to Junior's fragile psyche to be raised without paternal influence?
I don't know. I don't know anything for sure, except that I'm keeping this baby.
Good start. Now, let's figure out how you're going to keep the baby. And let's figure it out quickly.
This wine is lovely.
Well, it's an excellent choice, Miss Kennedy. You sure have changed over the past couple months.
I'm not the same woman I was before the wedding, if that's what you mean. And I never will be again.
Well, I really missed that woman.
Mike, I'm working on trying to be a little more comfortable with myself, for myself. And whatever happens between us, if, you know, anything happens, it's not gonna be the way it was.
Yeah, well, I'll take you any way I can get you.
Do you want to try some of this wine? It's really lovely.
Nope. You know what? I'm gonna be fine with this right here.
And that's
Nice cold
fine
one.
with me.
All right.
Excuse me, I'm gonna go powder my nose. AJ, excuse me, would you mind billing this dinner to my account?
Of course, Miss Cabot.
Thank you.
John, I have a very special bottle of dessert wine in my private stock. So what do you say I have it sent up?
I think it would just be wasted on me this evening.
Oh.
Well, good night, you all. Samantha, it's good to see that you're getting out.
Thank you, John. But this wait until dark routine is really getting old, you know?
I'm sure it is.
Tell me, is there any reason that I should wait to see this ophthalmologist that you recommended?
Not one that I can think of.
Well, good. Then I will call him tomorrow. You know? This is the best news that I've heard all year.
Absolutely. Now we're gonna get some action.
Yes.
Hey, man.
Hey. I'm making some grilled cheese sandwiches. You want one?
Sure. Dear Alfred,
Alfred?
here are a couple things to make living on your own a little easier. Love, Mom.
Cool. Yikes.
Hey, check this out.
Nothing turns a sandwich into a satisfying meal like rich, wholesome Campbell's tomato soup. So you know your family's eating right, even when you can't be there to cook for them.
There's nothing like a home-cooked meal.
You said it, Alfred.
So just how versatile are new Glade clip-ons for small spaces? Only Glade clip-ons clip, hang, stick, and freshen. And yes, they're refillable. So freshen your car and now any small space with Glade clip-ons. Fresh from Glade, SC Johnson Wax.
Cool, la la, so cool, refreshing, so full of life. Save us.
Breyers has created a spectacular dessert called Viennetta. But this delicious premium ice cream with its crispy, chocolatey layers could cause one small problem. Viennetta from Breyers. One slice is never enough.
Scott, I'm not gonna make any fast moves right now. Aren't you the one who's always telling me I'm too impulsive?
Yes, but you've never listened to me before. Why are you starting now?
Because it's not just me anymore. Now I'm thinking for two, and whatever I decide to do is gonna be what's best for this baby.
Are you sure you know what that is?
Scott, relax. Bad news is, I've got a problem. The good news is, you don't.
Now, see, that's where I disagree with you. Waiter? Can I get the check, please?
Miss Cabot has already taken care of it, sir.
Well, hold on a minute. Bro, I'm the one who invited you out, so...
It's all right.
Thank you, Miss Cabot.
Mike, I'm the one who suggested this place.
Well, you know, I know, but see, I'm
The guy?
I'm the...
I can't believe you were actually gonna say I'm the guy.
Well, I'd call me politically incorrect.
Mike,
Yeah.
we're not here on a date, remember?
Yes, you're right. You're right. We are friends. We're just friends.
And as friends, I feel comfortable enough telling you that I don't see any reason why we have to eat hot dogs every day of our life, especially not since I can afford caviar.
Caviar? Caviar? Can you like those fish egg things? You don't like those fish egg things.
I'm developing a taste for them. And for money. Hope that doesn't bother you because I'm beginning to enjoy it.
Hey, John, listen.
Yeah?
When you talk to your buddy, the ophthalmologist,
You're going to tell him about Sam,
About
right?
Sam's condition, yes, I intend to.
But you're going to tell him that Sam has no idea how serious the condition is, right?
Listen, I've told you what I think that's a mistake.
I know you don't agree with me on this, but I'm going to take the heat if I'm wrong. I care about Sam. I'm worried about her. She is not prepared to hear the kind of news we heard in Maryland, all right?
I know. If she does, it could be devastating because you've been lying to her.
I knew you'd understand. So you're going to tell your doctor buddy to shut his mouth, right?
I'm sorry, Kirk. I can't do that.
Hey, is Lieutenant Hughes here?
The chief? Yeah, she's right in there.
My God.
I'll help you, Margot. I mean, anything you need.
She doesn't need your help.
Tom, I was just telling
She
Margot.
doesn't need your help. She doesn't need anybody's help. She'll be fine if everybody just leaves her alone. She's under a lot of stress. She doesn't need you making it worse, all right?
Tom, Hal's right. He has been right all along. And so have you.
Okay, you can back up from me.
After what happened tonight, I realized that I do need professional help.
What happened tonight?
Daddy.
Hey. Surprised to see you here. You okay? You all right?
How librarian Harriet Cosby eats a Reese's peanut butter cup.
I eat them as quietly as I can.
There's no wrong way to eat a Reese's.
This week, People celebrates the loves of the century. Gable and Lombard, Taylor and Burton, Tom and Rita. From a lifetime of devotion to an instant of passion, it's a special Valentine's Day look at people we love in love. Pick it up today.
Scrubbing down 15 to 20 times a day wreaks havoc on my hands. Good thing in the hospital we use Carrie. It's trusted therapy for dry, chapped skin. Carrie does more than just moisturize. It actually helps heal. It's got a unique vitamin E enriched formula. Carrie Silky Smooth is fast absorbing, never greasy, so I feel softer, smoother all over. Just ask this little guy. Carrie, trusted therapy for dry skin.
I tried a no-name long-distance company because the savings sounded simple, right? Wrong. Bill made me dizzy. Savings? Nothing but restrictions. My work's enough to deal with. Things at home gotta be simple. So I got AT&T True Reach Savings. It's the only way I save 25% on every type of call on my AT&T phone bill, no matter who I call in the U.S.
AT&T True Reach Savings. Save 25% when you spend just $25 a month. AT&T True Reach Savings. That's your true choice. AT&T.
Murphy's being haunted.
Hello, Brown.
By every man she's ever loved, Scott Bakula and J. Thomas Starr.
Why couldn't this be that dream with Antonio Banderas?
All new Murphy Brown, then, when the truth comes out.
You were adopted.
It's time to touch up the family roots.
Maybe I'm Jewish. Oi, oi.
All new High Society after Murphy tonight.
Tonight on The Late Show, Dave's got Jack Hanna, Animals, and Tammy Faye.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are your full-service talk show.
Tomorrow, Joan Collins, only on CBS.
Maternity Fashions by Maternity Works. Join us tomorrow for As the World Turns.
This is CBS.